Indy Lions will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 20. No attempt at a return. Here's Mensa to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And this defense has forced a couple of incompletions, and now with a chance to get off the field on 3rd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing, Mensa.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Canes have their offense in high gear. Stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger. And stop him for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Mensa. Under fire. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He'll set up to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Running inside, it's Hansen. There he goes. Hits him with a stiff arm. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incline.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He put some heat on that one down the middle. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get
snags it inside.
the 20.
The second down pass, complete to the wideout. Gain of 37 on the play.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go right back downfield. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Looking to the big tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and for the first down.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Gets the back moving.
Mike 53. Mike 53.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Fletcher.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Mentz at a throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Miami!
ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Snags it over the middle. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab on the shot. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He got it back corner of the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wingo. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. On target to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after their catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Beck. Pocket breaking down. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Turning it on. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Throwing on the run. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Just about set to get this second half underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Wants to throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Swings it out to his right. It's a fumble. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Mensa takes a shot as he lets it go. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. To the air on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. All even here in the 3rd quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Complete. Breaks the tackle. And to use that big, powerful, stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback making checks. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got a man in the middle. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area, because of his speed and his size. He's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And now, after being stymied for this entire 2nd half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All the way. Touchdown, Canes. The Hurricanes back on top.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left. Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about His quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to try to return this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Beck. Here comes the heat. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside. It's Hansen. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it right down the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprint.
Caught, and he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Beck. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack.
And that is a huge play for the defense.
Has it. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to run, it's Hansen. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Trying play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. He's taking a deep shot. On target over the middle. Off to the races. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Hurricanes back on top.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call and the game likely to be decided right here. Gets it out quickly. He will get there, and they take the lead with a 2-point conversion. What a gutsy call. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Offense changing the play. To the air. It's Beck. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good
Declaration auction is set tough.
this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Great job there by the receiving team, right? You got your opponent here on the road. You're not caught off guard on the opening kick of the game. You're able to fall on it, and now your offense has the ball in great field position. You have got to make them pay for that gamble.
This offense has it with really good field position. To throw, it's Rayner. He's going to take a shot. Touchdown, Hurricane! Into the end zone for 6.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the Amaliava to throw. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Craver. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Craver. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Spits it out to the back. On target. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Can they catch him? Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Trying to slam in.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
From the gun on 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Iamaleava fires to the right. Grabs it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. What a return that was as they put points on the board with that 91-yarder. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Iamaleava. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Catch in the middle, it's Craver. Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Motion from the back. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative.
Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Third Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's second and long. Pulls it in, it's McMillan. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw. It's Rayner. He'll pull it down and run. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Hurricanes have it with a first and 10. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's McMillan.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. Caught. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal of where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They go to the wide receiver screen. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Davis. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Again, it's Iamaleava. Throws for the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Might be changing the route. Throwing, Iamaleava. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They can catch well, but the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Iamaleava to the air again. Oh, it's picked off.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
Hurricanes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. And the timing just a hair off. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Under fire. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Miami. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And this tight end after that touchdown continues to have his way for the defense, and there was nobody even around him, close to him in the end zone, David. He just found the zone. He put his hand up. Quarterback, that was easy for him to see, but inexplicably bad coverage on the back end by the defense.
I mean, that was basically routes on air. Wide open. And this guy, it's not like he's a bum. This dude's been cooking you all day, and they left him absolutely wide open. Big-time mistake by the defense and the offense. The QB's like, hey, my man's wide open. He's kind of done some work. I'll throw him the football. Easy 6.
They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the Iamaleava to throw. Turns it loose. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pressure coming. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is third and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle in that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult third and long situation.
Got him downfield. Makes the catch and he's free. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. They take the lead here in the second half.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Smashes it with the stiff arm. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finds the tight end. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. And a super return as he takes it.